Welcome back to the Cardmarket Online Summer Regional for June. I'm Scott Sedman, joined by Melvin Hansa. Melvin, we were coming into this match a little bit late, but what have we got for the folks at home today?
It is going to be a battle of Cell against. This is like the Cell game right now. This is what's
Yeah.
happening on the stream, right? But unfortunately, it wasn't Goku. It wasn't Vegeta who steps in. It wasn't Gohan who steps in. It is a representative of Earthlings. It is going to be Tien against Cell in this matchup. Scott, do you have any? You have a lot of experience playing Tien, ain't it?
Yes, Tien was one of my favorite decks coming out of the Battle Evolution booster. A very good product. We saw there a counter attack into the Cat Pestle, but which has just been matched by charismatic Villain Freezer. So that's the Dark Broly unison there for you doing work. This is awesome. Tien is such a great deck early game, especially if you get set up with the Goku and Tien combo. It's something I really like. I like little combo decks like that. And obviously, World Martial Arts revolves the World Martial Arts tournament cards revolved around pairs. And so they introduced a new pair, which was a Goku and a Tien. And that combo together was very lethal. And we see my daddy come down onto the board, set 10 Bardock, shining the way.
So when it comes to he is going to awaken. This is the Tien's. I think this is the only one that has this mechanics, right? So when you awaken, instead of untapping energy, instead of drawing cards, what you do is you get 3 multi-form token. And this is what I like about Dragon Ball Super Card game. They really play into the characters. So the card designers didn't do it like lazily. They didn't take a short card. They really design. When you are playing a character, it really feels like you're playing that character, because now when he awakens, he uses multi-form technique that we see in Dragon Ball to play 3 multi-form tokens. So now we have how many TNs here? Unfortunately, scored. He is playing against green though, so tokens are so fragile against green.
Yeah, that is the one downside of going up against green. As we've mentioned before, Dormant Potential has that nice little quirk of just being able to remove them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're seeing a
Such
lot of use of the maidens there, Melvin, and I like that's your territory, bro. Like,
Yes, definitely. But I like how he does that. Kakunza, it's a low-key good card. The reason is when you play her, you get to draw a card. That's really good. However, she has the ability to go up to become a 20k double striker. And together with the Bardock's Unison, you can destroy your opponent's hand. Such Cell, it's a very, very powerful leader. However, you know what this leader does not have? Hand size. So if Tien it's going on, it's using hand control, just prolong the game, destroy the hand of such Cell's opponent. That means such Cell is not going to have combo power. Such Cell it doesn't really have a lot of things to play, and such Cell it's really difficult for me to pronounce, ain't it? I'm really
it is a
struggling.
mouthful. It's definitely a mouthful. What I do love here is so we see the both players here. We got Even from the Lookout and Richard from Team Kaiforce. These guys, these teams, some of Europe's most notable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin, you're on the Distinct Few. Myself just kind of flirting as the mascot for the Distinct Few. I've said it on stream now, Shishin, so it's happening. You can't take that back. And so
Shishun, we
I just
need to
love the
talk
little
to.
rivalry and
Yeah.
how we're seeing some of the more known people in the European community get featured on here,
Mm-hmm.
playing 2 decks that one deck, Cell Surge, quite noticeable. Tien, I think a lot of people like, but hasn't seen it push through yet. So maybe this is his time. Maybe it's Battle Evolution combined with Supreme Rivalry that we'll see take this win. I'm very excited.
Yeah, but this is also going to be a very interesting gameplay between the two of them, because you can see what is something that we don't really see a lot. It's 2 opponents not having a lot of hand size in their hand, not having a lot of cards in their hands.
I know, right? Like
Yeah.
hand size is kind of key in Dragon Ball. There's this little thing called the combo mechanic. Might have
Mhm.
heard of it. And not having cards to combo kind of hurts.
It's gonna hurt a lot. However, there is a distinct advantage over here, which is gonna be towards the Cell player. However, because Cell, usually what he does is if you're playing a theme, you're playing it from the drop area. Unfortunately, that is not the case here.
Ooh,
Wow, such a great one.
that's
Uh,
nasty. So we're seeing surprise attack freezer come down to not vanilla, a 15k critical for when a card is KO'd. Absolutely love that card. It came out as a BCC promo for free for playing at your local game stores, and obviously this Goku is just a tour de force.
Yep. So going for crit, but this is the one that most probably it's gonna go for the unison because
Probably
yep. No,
no.
he's gonna go for the leader.
Giving your opponent a hand.
Oh yeah, and then
And then
punishing
just
him.
getting rid of it with and it was charismatic villain. Ouch. So now you're free to clean up. Yep.
And it's
Oh,
gone.
GG.
Yeah,
Wow.
because of the double strike Broly. Okay, that
Fair
was
enough.
really, really fast.
Yeah. Congrats to Ivan there from the Lookout.
Mhm.
Doing some self-search proud, but at least we got to show TN on stream coming at you with that diversity. And can we find one more?
Mhm. We're
We're
gonna go.
going to go for a quick break and then we'll be back with one more game for this third round of the Cardmarket Online Summer Regional.
See you soon.
That was such a quick break, Melvin. I even had time to breathe. I didn't have time to breathe, and we're coming at you with Hatchiyak Policeman against Baby.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting matchup because Hachiak has always been on the sideline as one of a very viable decks to play, especially in the best of one format.
Yeah, it can slow down the pace and you play at your own pace. Unison's kind of mitigated that a little bit, as we see that the Baby player does have the baby Unison, Boo Unison. There's so many Bs. Where's B Pan Bandai? Oh my god, that's not even more B.
Yeah, correct. Please give us
Please.
B-Pun.
But yeah, we see the Boo Unison there, which could potentially impact things, but obviously the -1 on the Boo doesn't affect the maxed power policeman. You can't just spin that. But we do see Power West. But the Toa, just as we came into this match, the Toa Unison from Giant Force got played. Absolutely adore her. She has the ability to steal things. She's great. I love her.
Yeah,
And in Hatch, it's going to be hard to take her markers down.
yeah, because yes, first thing, very difficult to take the markers down because this is a one cost unison that is actually 20k.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have one attack. Look at the board of the Baby player. So big, so big. In any other decks, this is definitely a deck, a board that you could win. However, against a Hatchick player, it doesn't matter because you can only swing with a battle card one time per turn. After you swing with a battle card, if it's a triple attacker, that's good. But if it's not, too bad. All the other battle cards you can't swing. However, that also tells you something about that Baby. He has a lot of combo power on the board.
Oh yeah, and still unawakened as Baby as well. That's so there's the potential there to just go in at some point. But yeah, that's Hatch and having the cat pestle chain already there. If he can
Hmm.
get another one out, that like it doesn't really matter too much. He's got the barriers there, so nothing's on danger of being spun.
Hmm.
It's just a case of can he remove stuff from uh, the baby player's side of the board to uptick that tower and eventually just start stealing pieces.
Hmm. For those that are wondering, what does the Hachiyak leader does? This is Dr. Lychee and Hachiyak, and on his awakened side, which is Hachiyak Malice Simulated, he has an auto that says that when a battle card attacks, the player who attack can't attack with tokens of battle card with energy cost 7 or less, other than the card they attack. That means once you attack one time, that's it. That's it. Unless you have something that's really big. Okay, that card gets around that. But let's see. Against Baby, it's difficult though. Even the 5-drop Baby, it's only 5.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the heroic prospects trunks, the very
Mm-hmm.
nice alt art, which I do not earn. Yeah, I absolutely love that artwork. And
Yep.
I assume he's trying to swing into the unison here.
Mm-hmm. The unison, the longer that it stays. This unison is so good. It when you read it, it says you kind of think that I'm not too sure is it good or not. There's a potential that it is good. However, when it comes to playing, actually paying for the 3 energy just to play that unison, or that 4 energy to play that unison, it is just so good because every single time it stays on the board, it's a 20k double striker. It draws you a card. It untaps you an energy, and then it has the -1 to take out one of your opponent's battle card. It's just simply amazing.
Mm. And I love it. So we saw again there the battle evolution counters, really important things. You know what? I would suggest picking them up, even if you're not planning on using them. I think they're good to have in your collection because you never know. But the ability to negate attack and put a blocker on board is huge and should not be underestimated.
Did
But it
he?
is only a blocker for the 10,
Mhm. Did he pay 2 to play that though?
I believe.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the life to take,
Yes, true.
right?
Um,
It's just amazing.
So we're seeing him, I think, focusing on leader here, which is probably the smartest play to do.
Hmm.
Um, I'm surprised we haven't seen him as scientist food. Oh, but there is a dark vanishing
Oh,
food.
you
Does
don't
he
need
have
a
an answer to
scientist
it?
fool when you have the Dark Vanishing Fool.
Fu Shrouded in Mystery was what I was on about. Scientist Food's the draw card. Oh, does he have an answer to this?
This is going to be horrible. All right, so what does this fool do? Triple attacker, basically just getting around the whole mechanics of Hachiek, right? So, and every time he swings, when your opponent wants to activate an ability, your opponent has to send one card away from its hands
And then pushing him with a unison. That's really smart there.
to go for the double strike. Definitely a good choice. And because Fool is on the table, your opponent negates. What's going to happen? Your opponent has to send one card from their hands to their warp.
Yeah, this is a brutal position. It's a really good counter for that.
Mhm.
What an amazing meta call.
Yeah, definitely. And he has the card in his hands, but it does not actually.
Oh,
Oh,
very
oh,
nice.
oh
So increase the
no.
life to avoid the damage.
Okay, but at least what's good is that you can see from the baby player, it seems that he was prepared for it.
Yeah.
He
So then
did.
the Foo's
Yep.
going to go in again now with the player at 1 life. So threatening lethal here.
Hmm. All
Oh,
right.
playtime's over.
So this is the only Beta Evolution negates that came out that does not allow you to play a blocker.
Yes. But you do get a 1-drop.
You do get a 1-drop. So the Power Burst takes a 1-drop, put it into your hand, playtime's over, takes the 1-drop and play it directly. The difference is when it comes to a Power Burst, you can sparking it. When it comes to playtime's over, you have to pay for the 1 energy.
Yeah, it's ooh, can he do something here? Oh, he's comboing. That's net. Oh, he didn't combo on top of that? Oh, wait.
Full is 10 costs.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't trigger
Hmm.
the thing, but he
Yeah,
swung with it first, so it does trigger it.
yep. For its 8 cost, so it does not trigger it. That means your opponent can actually swing
No, he
with
can
another
swing
battle
with
card.
it, but it triggers the you can't swing with a battle card.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Let
I
me
don't
take a
know.
look.
I'll let a judge have that one.
Hmm.
Um, I might be wrong. It's been a while since I played set 8 format.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh,
You're correct.
Heroine's lineage was there. Oh, you hate to see it.
And
Um,
why can't he steal it?
I don't know. No, I'm
Was
not
it because
sure.
that card has barrier?
Does Gohan have barrier? I don't think it does. It has servant.
Hmm. All right, so that is the end of the game, and Baby Vegeta actually takes the game from Baby Hachiak. Oh no, it wasn't Baby Hachiak. The reason why I say Baby Hachiak is because we are so used to one of the most powerful cards in the game, the game ender, the take another turn card, which is Baby Hachiak. So it is against the actual Hachiak, Baby Hachiak again. So Hachiak player playing the Power Ranger Catopesla
Mm.
engine, and a pretty interesting match actually. Did you notice they are playing a very long game with a lot of energy, but these two guys they played so fast.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like that's both people um knowing the matchup, right? Like knowing what the cards do and allowing you to go that far. It's so rare we see Dragon Ball go that deep now. This is reminiscent of where you were at with set one, but it's really nice. I mean, both decks are highly defensive, all about playing that grind game. So but I just so much interaction, right? So many. Oh, you've done this. I've got the answer to it. And having the cat pestle, maybe like just being able to beat down on his board, like, but proving that Boo Unison is just so strong.
Yep, so a 20k double striker that draws you a card, untaps one energy, restands at the end of the turn, is a blocker, and then when your opponent swings, they take that battle card and put it away. Not into the warp, not into the drop, not back into your hands, back into your deck. That means if you really need to play the card, you really want to get it back into your hand. It's just simply such an amazing card. Just good enough for the energy that you pay. For energy, quite a lot, but a 20k that comes up for 4 markers, forget it. It's just so difficult for him to remove. Becomes such a high priority target though, because if your opponent doesn't remove him, guess what's going to happen the next turn? 20k double attack, double striker, draws you a card, untaps one energy, comes back active at the end of the turn, becomes a 20k blocker. It's just such a good card, one of the best card. Not to mention, it's also I think it takes the trophy for me as the most beautiful card SPR for BT13. What is your opinion? What is your choice of the best, most beautiful looking card for BT13?
Oof. Oh, that. Oof, oh, I mean, I know we're going to be divided on this because obviously I know you prefer the SR for the Supreme Kai time, but she's really up there for me. But I
Mhm.
think it's the Gohan. There's just something about that Gohan that I love, like the full on Kamehameha. Like I just love it.
Yeah, and the Supreme Kai of Time negate, it's also a really good negate though. It's like two negates in one.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yep. And the difference between that and the extra card is that it is not an extra card. That means after you play her, you put it down on your board, and guess what? That is a 0 plus 5k. So on the board, it is useful. In your hand, it's also useful. And if your opponent doesn't play it correctly, you send one of his cards. Not that it cannot attack. So if your opponent just wants to do like evolve on top of it, has some interactions, activate main, activate battle, guess what? The card cannot happen because it's going to be gone until the end of the turn.
Yeah, she's great. And Rivalry does add a lot of great cards like that to the card pool,
Hmm.
be it for black or be it for other colors. I think Supreme Rivalry is a great set for new players to get into because it gives you a lot of nice cards to really get in. I mean, look at King Cold, right? We've seen King Cold doing well today. That deck is pretty much entirely built off of Supreme Rivalry cards, which is really
Mm-hmm.
nice. Not having to go back and get those expensive cards like Dormant Potential and Frieza, Charismatic Villain. Although we do think although they will be getting reprinted, it's still much more user friendly and accessible to get in on that King Vegeta. Oh look, I just need this Unison, which is an uncommon, and all the cards that go with that.
Mm-hmm. And the good part about playing Kinko is that more than it just being fully themed, you don't have to play Dormant Potential.
Yeah, I mean,
That's gonna save you a lot of money, though.
I know a lot of people just default, oh, I'm playing green, I have a Unison, I should put Dormant Potential in there. But yeah, King Cole just really doesn't need it.
Mm-hmm. And it seems that BT13 has a lot of things for everybody. For example, if you want to play an Overwhelm deck, you have it. You have a very, very nice Supreme Card of Time Overwhelm decks that plays around with the Overwhelm mechanics and gets around the Overwhelm mechanics, right? So, Overwhelm, you play the card, it's gone at the end of the turn. Guess what? If you're playing Supreme Card of Time, it stays. That
Yeah,
means Dark Banisher Full stays. That's crazy. Can you
yeah.
imagine a permanent Dark Banisher Full in your on your board?
I don't want to be in a world where I'm facing that down. Put it that way.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So this is Scott. This is game number 3.
Yeah.
So this is game number 3 in these Cardmarket Summer Regionals, and we are going to be going for a short break. We'll come back for game number 4. If you're in the chat, let us know what are some of the decks that you want to see. What are some of the players maybe you want to see feature? That would be something interesting that we want to hear from you. This is me. This is from me, Melvin, and my co-host Scott. We're going to take a short break. See you guys in the next game.